Have you ever wondered if the stories of ancient civilizations and their catastrophic downfalls are more than just myths? What if the tales of divine punishment, passed down through generations, hold scientific truths that we are only now beginning to uncover? Imagine a city so consumed by its own corruption that it was wiped off the face of the earth in an instant. A city whose ruins still whisper secrets of its demise thousands of years later. This is the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, a tale that bridges the gap between faith and science, and challenges us to rethink what we know about history, morality, and the power of nature. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah is one of the most well-known narratives in religious texts. It's a story of divine retribution, of a people so steeped in sin that their very existence was erased from the earth. But what if this story isn't just a moral lesson? What if it's a historical account preserved in the Quran and the Bible that modern science is now beginning to validate? For centuries, scholars and theologians have debated the authenticity of these ancient tales. Were they allegorical, meant to teach lessons about morality and the consequences of deviance, or were they literal accounts of real events that occurred in the distant past? Today, with the help of advanced technology and archaeological discoveries, we are closer than ever to answering these questions. This is not just a story about the past, it's a story about how the past shapes our present and future. It's a story about the intersection of faith and science, and how the two can coexist to reveal truths that neither could uncover alone. So, let's journey back in time to the ancient city of Sodom, explore the lives of its inhabitants, and uncover the scientific evidence that may finally explain what really happened on that fateful day. The City of Sin. Life in Sodom. Sodom was no ordinary city. Located in the fertile Jordan Valley, it was a bustling metropolis, home to thousands of people. The city was wealthy, its streets lined with towering buildings made of brick and stone. But beneath this veneer of prosperity lay a dark and troubling reality. The people of Sodom were known for their deviant behavior. According to Islamic teachings and biblical accounts, they had turned away from the natural order, engaging in acts of homosexuality and other forms of sexual immorality. This wasn't just a private matter, it was a public lifestyle, celebrated and encouraged by the community. Prophet Lut, Lot in the Bible, was sent to guide them back to the path of righteousness. He warned them of the consequences of their actions, urging them to abandon their sinful ways and return to the worship of Allah. But his pleas fell on deaf ears. The people of Sodom mocked him, rejected his message, and even threatened him and his family. The warning ignored Prophet Lut's warnings were clear. If the people did not change their ways, they would face the wrath of Allah. But the people of Sodom were too far gone. They had become so entrenched in their deviance that they could no longer see the truth. They even went so far as to demand that Lut and his family be expelled from the city. It's easy to dismiss this story as a mere cautionary tale, but what if it's more than that? What if the destruction of Sodom was a real event, one that left behind physical evidence that we can still see today? The catastrophe. A scientific perspective. In recent years, archaeologists and scientists have turned their attention to the region where Sodom is believed to have been located. One of the most significant sites is Tall el-Hammam, a Bronze Age city in the Jordan Valley. Excavations at this site have revealed startling evidence of a sudden and catastrophic destruction event. Researchers have found layers of ash and debris, along with fragments of pottery and building materials that were subjected to extreme heat. The temperatures required to produce such effects are far beyond what could be achieved by ordinary fires or even volcanic activity. So what could have caused such devastation? The most plausible explanation is an airburst, a massive explosion caused by a meteor or comet entering the Earth's atmosphere. When such an object explodes in the air, it releases an enormous amount of energy, creating a shockwave that can level buildings and ignite fires across a wide area. The heat generated by an airburst can reach thousands of degrees, enough to melt metal and turn stone into glass. This theory aligns remarkably well with the descriptions of Sodom's destruction found in the Quran and the Bible. In the Quran it is said that Allah rained upon them stones of baked clay, Quran 11:82. The Bible describes a similar event, with fire and brimstone raining down from the sky, Genesis 19:24. The aftermath, a city lost to time. The destruction of Sodom was not just a local event, it was a cataclysm that reshaped the entire region. The force of the explosion would have been equivalent to thousands of atomic bombs, leveling everything in its path. The city was swallowed by the earth, its ruins buried beneath layers of ash and sediment, but the story doesn't end there. The high concentrations of salt found at the site suggest that the explosion also had a lasting impact on the environment. The salt would have rendered the soil infertile, making it impossible for plants to grow. This could explain why the region around the Dead Sea remains barren to this day. The lessons of Sodom. The story of Sodom is more than just a historical account. It's a lesson for all of humanity. It reminds us of the consequences of straying from the path of righteousness and the importance of heeding the warnings of those who seek to guide us. But it's also a testament to the power of science to uncover the truths of the past. By combining the insights of archaeology, geology, and other disciplines, we can piece together the events that shaped our world and gain a deeper understanding of the forces that govern it. The destruction of Sodom is just one example of how ancient stories can hold scientific truths. Across cultures and religions, there are countless tales of great floods, fiery catastrophes, and other natural disasters. Could these stories be based on real events, preserved in the collective memory of humanity? As we continue to explore the intersection of faith and science, we may find that the answers to some of our most profound questions lie in the stories of the past. In a world where leaders often prioritize power and wealth over morality, the story of Sodom serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of corruption and deviance. It challenges us to reflect on our own actions and the kind of legacy we want to leave behind. However, the archaeological record also hints at potential social stratification, with some evidence pointing to a significant gap between the wealthy elite and the poorer classes. According to the biblical narrative, God, witnessing the wickedness of Sodom and Gomorrah, decided to destroy the cities as punishment. However, before unleashing his wrath, God sent two angels to warn a righteous man named Lot, who resided in Sodom. Lot was instructed to flee the city with his family and warned not to look back. Despite the impending danger, Lot's warnings to the people of Sodom were met with scorn and disbelief. The citizens, blinded by their wickedness and arrogance, refused to heed his words. They continued their sinful ways, unaware of the impending catastrophe. Unearthing the past discoveries at Tal el-Hammam. This ancient site, located in the Jordan Valley, has been a focal point for archaeologists and historians alike, eager to uncover the secrets buried beneath its surface. Recent archaeological discoveries at Tal el-Hammam have shed new light on the potential fate of Sodom and Gomorrah. The meticulous excavation work has revealed layers of history, each telling a story of its own. The site exhibits evidence of a sudden and catastrophic event that occurred around 1700 BCE. This period aligns with the biblical narrative, suggesting a possible connection between the archaeological findings and the ancient texts. This corresponds with the approximate time frame for the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah as described in the Bible. The alignment of these dates has sparked significant interest and debate among scholars and researchers. Excavations have revealed a layer of destruction marked by intense heat, ash, and melted pottery. These findings indicate that the event was not only sudden, but also extremely violent, leaving behind a trail of devastation. The presence of shock-fractured quartz crystals further suggests an event of extraordinary energy release. These crystals are typically formed under extreme pressure and heat, pointing to a cataclysmic event. These findings have led some researchers to propose a fascinating theory, a meteor airburst. This theory posits that a meteor exploded in the atmosphere above Tal el-Hammam, releasing an immense amount of energy and causing widespread destruction. The meteor airburst theory has gained traction within the scientific community, with researchers presenting their findings at various conferences and symposiums. The evidence supporting this theory includes the unique geological markers found at the site. Computer-generated imagery helps visualize the potential impact of such an event, drawing comparisons with other known meteor airbursts, such as the Tunguska event in 1908. These comparisons provide a clearer understanding of the scale and intensity of the Tal el-Hammam event. As research continues, archaeologists and scientists are collaborating to uncover more details about this ancient catastrophe. Their ongoing efforts aim to piece together the puzzle of Tal el-Hammam, offering new insights into the history of human civilization and the forces that have shaped it. The discoveries at Tal el-Hammam not only enrich our understanding of the past, but also remind us of the powerful natural events that have the potential to alter the course of history. As the sun sets over the ancient ruins, the quest for knowledge continues, driven by curiosity and the desire to uncover the truth. Cosmic catastrophe. The meteor airburst theory. A meteor airburst occurs when a meteoroid enters the Earth's atmosphere and explodes before hitting the ground. The explosion releases a tremendous amount of energy, generating a powerful shockwave, intense heat, and a blinding flash of light. Proponents of the meteor airburst theory argue that such an event could explain the sudden and complete destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. The intense heat generated by the airburst would have been sufficient to melt pottery and structures, leaving behind the charred ruins discovered at Tal el-Hammam. Echoes of destruction, the aftermath and its impact. The aftermath of a meteor airburst would have been devastating. The shockwave would have leveled buildings, while the intense heat would have ignited fires, transforming the once prosperous cities into desolate wastelands. The environmental impact would have been equally catastrophic. The airburst would have released a massive amount of dust and debris into the atmosphere, potentially blocking out the sun and triggering a period of darkness and cooling. The salt from the nearby Dead Sea could have been dispersed over a wide area, rendering the land infertile for generations. Lessons from the ashes, the importance of heeding warnings. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah, whether taken literally or metaphorically, offers a powerful lesson about the importance of heeding warnings and the consequences of unchecked wickedness. The inhabitants of the cities, blinded by their pride and arrogance, ignored Lot's warnings, leading to their ultimate destruction. The tale serves as a reminder that our actions have consequences, and that ignoring the warnings of those who foresee danger can lead to disastrous outcomes. It also highlights the importance of humility and the need to acknowledge the possibility of forces beyond our control. Faith, science, and history, a tapestry of knowledge. This section delves into the intricate and often intertwined relationship between these three pillars of human understanding. The ongoing exploration of Sodom and Gomorrah exemplifies the fascinating intersection of faith, science, and history. These ancient cities, mentioned in religious texts, have long been subjects of both spiritual reflection and scientific investigation. While religious texts provide a moral and spiritual narrative, they also offer historical context that can guide scientific exploration. These texts are not just stories, they are windows into the beliefs and lives of ancient peoples. Scientific inquiry offers a means to investigate the physical evidence and potentially corroborate or challenge these ancient accounts. Through methods such as carbon dating, geological surveys, and DNA analysis, scientists can uncover truths that were once hidden in the sands of time. By weaving together the threads of faith, science, and history, we create a more comprehensive picture of our past. This tapestry is rich with the colors of human experience, each thread representing a different aspect of our collective journey. We can gain a richer and more nuanced understanding of our past by collaborating across disciplines. Historians, scientists, and theologians each bring unique perspectives that, when combined, offer a fuller understanding of ancient events and cultures. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah reminds us that ancient tales, often dismissed as mere myths, may hold hidden truths waiting to be uncovered. These stories have endured for millennia, suggesting that they contain elements of truth that resonate with human experience. Archaeologists and scientists work tirelessly to uncover these hidden truths. Each artifact, each piece of evidence, adds a new layer to our understanding, challenging our assumptions and expanding our knowledge. In doing so, we embark on a journey of discovery that expands our knowledge and deepens our appreciation for the complexities of the human experience. This journey is not just about uncovering the past, it's about understanding how that past shapes our present and future. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, let's continue to explore the mysteries of our world, both ancient and modern, with open minds and curious hearts.